Star Wars 7x7, episode 1788. Today, another interview from Star Wars Celebration Chicago, this time with Amy Richau. Let's go! Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode where, as I said at the top, I'm doing another interview from Star Wars Celebration Chicago. I've got I think still double digits of these in the bank, actually. So still a few more to share. And today, Amy Richau is going to be the one joining me on the show. Now, if you're not familiar with Amy, well, I have a great appreciation for people who do crazy things like daily sorts of things, like, say, for example, a daily podcast, for example. And in Amy's case, it's 365 Star Wars. That's her website. And the website is the home of the project 365 Days of Star Wars Women. And the deal with that is that in the project, she highlighted a new female character, actress, writer, producer, or artist from Star Wars films, TV shows, books, comics, and more every day. And once she hit the end of 2018, well, she took a little time off and then she carried right back on into 2019. So there's a lot of really awesome, wonderful stuff and interviews at her website, 365 Star Wars, 365starwars.com to check it out. In addition, Amy herself is also a contributing writer for StarWars.com, and as she says, had a brief but lovely opportunity to work at Skywalker Ranch in the Lucasfilm archive in 2004 and 2005, which is pretty amazing as well. Now, I happened to catch up with her as she was on a panel discussion about covering Star Wars, and after the panel discussion was all over, people were milling about and so on and so forth, and so I, hung out and interviewed people here and there. And actually, you've seen some interviews that I've done from that space. Dan Zare from Coffee with Kenobi was also on that panel, and Dennis Keithley from Starship Sabers and Scoundrels. He was a visitor in that panel just like I was, along with Tim McMahon from Less Than 12 Parsecs. And there's still one interview kicking around from that panel that I haven't shared with you yet, but I'm very excited to do so, and I'm sure that will be coming up in the next few days. But for today, it's going to be Amy Richau of 365 Star Wars, and I really like her answer, and I'm very happy to be sharing it with you today. That's going to happen after the break, but first, of course, before we get to that, I do just want to say, hey, again, I'm so glad that you joined me for this episode, and as always, may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be. And now stay tuned. Right after the break, my conversation with Amy Richau of 365 Star Wars. Hey there. If you're enjoying all the coverage that I'm bringing you from Star Wars Celebration and what I do every single day for you at Star Wars 7x7, I hope you'll consider putting something in the tip jar at patreon.com/SW7x7. $1, $3.27, $5.01 or more. Honestly, every little bit helps, and every little bit is just as exciting as every other little bit. Please consider supporting me in the work of delivering Star Wars stories and interviews to you on a daily basis at patreon.com/SW7x7. Hi, what's your name? What's your Star Wars claim to fame?
Hi, I'm Amy Richau, and I am a contributing writer to StarWars.com, and I have a website called 365 Star Wars that's the home of 365 Days of Star Wars Women.
Which is awesome. And
thank you.
I hope to talk to you more about that at another time and much more in depth. But for now, I have one question for you, which is, when it comes to Star Wars, what do you know for sure?
Well, definitely, what I think I knew before I started the project and what I know after is that there are still a ton of characters and storylines and comics that I will maybe never have a chance to, get there. Like, if you quizzed me about some of the characters I profiled last year, I would maybe not be able to remember who they were. Like, so I know that there's still, even though I've been a fan for 40 years, there's still a lot I don't know about Star Wars.
That's a beautiful question. You're not the only person to talk about how much there is out there and how much there still is to know and not even feel like you necessarily know it all.
Yeah, no, I mean, it really, it's really impressive, like, how many comics over the years, how many books, it's a project for the rest of your life to try to catch up.
So for people who want to follow along with you as you do this project for the rest of your life, maybe, where should they follow you online?
So on Twitter, I have my personal account is at Amy Richau, AMYRICHAU, and then I have a Twitter for the site, 365_Star Wars.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This podcast is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other related Star Wars items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2019 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.